Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 84. It is Friday morning, and you know what that means. That means we go to the office today. We're going to run to the office, get checked in, blah, 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 all the stuff we normally do. Then we're going to head out for the day, and we're going to make some more money. It's been a pretty decent week, actually. Made some money in some very unusual ways this week, but money is money, and that's the goal. So however we have to do it, whether it's recycling aluminum cans or mopping floors or advantage play, whatever we have to do, we do it. And all we do is we prioritize it by which ones are going to give us the most money. And if that's not available, we go to the next one and the next one down on the list. And like I said, today's Friday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. The sun is just peeking up over the horizon. It's a beautiful sunny day, clear skies, very, very few light clouds, 57 degrees. Today's high is going to be 72 degrees. Yesterday I actually hit 77 where I was, so beautiful, wonderful. There's blossoms on the trees, the leaves are filling in, the grass went from brown to green, and it's a good day to be alive. So let's see, today, like I said, we're going to do the normal go to the office thing, and then we're going to head out. Our first stop today is going to be about 2 hours away. We're going to stop there, we're going to get fuel, and we're going to do our team meeting. And then I think we're going to be free for the rest of the day. I don't think there's anything else going on today. We will just need to keep an eye on email and messages and stuff like that. But looking at my calendar right now, security meeting is the only thing going on. Monday I've got 5 meetings, so that's going to be a busy day, but today's going to be pretty good. Yesterday, unusual, like I said, I made a lot of money online, made a lot of money through one play that I didn't even want to do, that I wanted to take a smaller stake in because I thought it was too risky where the machine was, but it all worked out, and we had a nice line hit for, I believe, $3,240, and we stopped the play there because technically it was still a little bit underwater. But I'll tell you, this guy has a knack for getting these plays, and it doesn't make a lot of sense sometimes, but he's usually right, and I usually don't go along for it because it doesn't fit the guidelines. The night before, there was a $3 play, and it was an okay play. Technically, it was a play, but not one of my favorites. And I've got a picture of it. They hit it for $7,200 on a $3 play. So good for them, I guess. You know, just like to be part of it a little bit more. I guess no risk, no reward. But I try to keep things in a tight range so that my risk isn't that bad. But I think this week, I don't know what we've made, but I'm thinking it's probably over 6,000, maybe more. So. Let's keep building on it. Let's have a good day today going into the weekend. I think I finished my taxes. I want to have a friend of mine look over it real quick because I actually, when I do my taxes, I don't take all the deductions that I can get. Like, I don't even claim certain things that I'm allowed to claim because I want to keep the risk low. But even with not claiming everything that I can, it shows my audit risk as like medium high. And even if I pay a little bit more in taxes, if I can get that down just a little bit, I would feel better about it. I just don't want to have issues and then have to track down every dollar, and it sounds like a nightmare. I'd rather pay a little bit extra. So other than that, I'd be done with the taxes. We can start focusing more on other things that we need to do. The next thing on the line is going to be the cruise that we're going to go on. It's got to get booked. So hopefully that'll be soon. And then I'm definitely traveling the week of April, like 19th. That week I'll be out of town for at least 3 nights, maybe 4 nights. And I will be actually driving. And it will be a long one. It'll be a full day drive each direction. But I didn't like the airline prices, and I didn't want to pay for a rental car, so I still may. I'll look at it just a little bit here when I get situated for the day, but I don't know. Normally there would be like 6 casinos that I could hit on the way there, but I'm banned from most of them. So there's only one, and it's not the greatest casino anyway. So I'm still kind of leaning toward the possibility of flying, but I haven't decided for sure. So I'll let you know about that. But right now, let's head to the office, get checked in, and one more thing. The Honda dealership, I got an email. They agreed to pay me $1,500 for my trouble, that they've held the car for so long. And interestingly, the first car I had needed an oil change by the time I returned it, and this one is like 10% away from needing an oil change. So by the time I return this, it's probably going to need one as well. But we definitely got full use of it. Just let them have their rope and let them have their freedom to take their time. I didn't push them, and they put themselves in a situation where they were way, way, way past the reasonable time. I used their cars and put 14,000 miles on them, and I got free use of their cars and got some money. They're overnighting the check, but they're still looking for the title too, so it still might be a few days or longer before I get my car back. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back. So this is a new era here for us. I finally, after over 4 years of doing this podcast, or about 4 years, whatever, just got a microphone and just plugged it in, and I'm just testing it out. This is the first segment I do with the microphone. I don't know how much I'm going to use it because you have to actually plug it into your phone. It's wireless, but you have like a remote thing that you have to plug into your actual phone. We'll see. It looks like it's good. I did a small test, and it seemed like it was good, but we'll see overall how good it really is. But I did just stop, and we did our team meeting. That lasted about almost an hour, about 50 minutes, and we're going to continue our trip here. Driving by a casino I'm not allowed to go to right now, and we're going to continue on another hour and a half or so to our first stop. And there we're going to be playing some blackjack. We're going to be playing some slots, talking to some friends, and all that kind of stuff. So right now we just went through a rainstorm. It's 60 degrees. The whole time I was on the call, it was raining, so it wasn't the greatest, but I think everything worked out fine. Glad the meeting didn't go the full length of time. And other than that, there's no other meetings today. So as long as I can keep my teams alive, I think I'm in good shape. Make sure my email is clear and all that, and everything should be fine. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back. So now I am on the noisiest road that I'm going to be on this whole trip. So compare this sound to what you're used to. I feel like this is going to be a lot better. So I'll try to use the microphone whenever I can. I can't do it in the casino, most likely, so don't expect that. So that'll still be kind of loud, but hopefully this is a little bit easier on your ears. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. Big difference in sound with and without the microphone, but I've been here for about an hour, and actually just saw a friend of mine, talked to him for a few minutes, and other than that, I've seen a couple people here, and I know a couple others are here, but I haven't seen them. But I have found absolutely nothing. Not even a maybe, not even an iffy, nothing. So just walking around, looking at lesser things that people don't usually would look for, but even that so far has yielded us nothing. So not even a chance. So as far as blackjack and stuff, they're opening up some tables right now, so it might have potential later, but right now, not looking good. So we'll see what happens. I'll be back. All right, guys, a little while later here, and as Frank Sinatra just finished his song, nothing going on still. I'm up about $2. That's it. One little play, about $2, and that's it. Pretty pathetic right now. I'm gonna head over to the poker area and see if we can sit down and play. I was there a little bit earlier, and the lists were too long. It didn't make sense for me to wait around. So let's go back now and see if they put more dealers out, and maybe there's a possible seat open. I don't know. I'm gonna check one more machine over here before I go there, and then we'll take a look and hopefully start making some money today. I'll be back. All right, guys. Just sitting here waiting for a seat in poker. I was able to play online. Usually it doesn't work in here, but I was able to and made some money. Made $315, and still waiting. I'm first on the list right now. So take just a little bit of a break here and wait, I guess, a little bit longer. I was going to take another lap, but I'll just take a break for a second, and hopefully I'll be on the table soon. We can make some money. It's only 1-3. Everything else is pretty high, pretty long list. There is a new game starting, but not until later. It's a 10-25 no limit, so that's not for me. But let's wait for this 1-3, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back and just leaving this place. I was in there forever, like 4 hours, and just had a real rough time finding anything. And actually, I tried to use this microphone just now, and it's dead because I guess it always stays on. Oh, there is a power button on the bottom. Okay, well, learning how to do it. So I got it plugged in right now, recharging it. But yeah, overall, just had a horrendous time finding anything, man. It's like I couldn't find a blackjack table to play on. I couldn't find a slot to play. It was like really, really bad. I ended up leaving. Well, okay. So blackjack wise, I ended up not playing anything because there was absolute nothing to play at all. So 0 on the blackjack, not even a possibility of a play. Slots. I was ahead like $2 most of the time I was there, and then toward the end, I found something and I was ahead $57. I was on my way out, and I saw a play that was, let's just say, shaky. Not the best play, but it was a play. Technically it was a play, but not a great play. And I played that and actually got kind of lucky here and ended up ahead 151 total. Okay, undercover cop behind me. Okie doke. Yeah, you see like a car behind you, and then you're like, what's weird about this car's undercover cop? All right, so ended up actually winning on that, and ended the slot session total overall ahead 158 plus 158. I did play some online, and generally shouldn't be able to play online from this place, but it worked today, so that's good. Ended overall ahead like 370 online, so that's good. And then I did play poker 1-3 no limit, and I guess he's coming over to see what these guys are doing. Let's take a look here, shall we? What's going on here? There's a city bus, cops pulled up, we're running over to it, and what's going on here? There's some kind of a disturbance on the bus. Oh, big deal. Anyway, all right. Well, at least I have something to do today. So I sit down at the poker table, and I'm actually playing online casino while I'm playing on the poker table. And it was all small pots. People would raise, everyone would fold. The table was a little bit short-handed. We were 7 people, so not the greatest opportunity either. But all around, just not a good opportunity to make money today. I did make some money at the poker table, but not much. I was at the table a little over an hour and ended up ahead 48, just 48. So 48 on the poker, 158 on the slots, about 370 online. What am I going to do? It's Friday afternoon. It's time to head toward home. But not before I had a little run-in with a guy. So I'm playing this machine, and this guy is trying to get me to bet higher. And he's like, "Oh man, I had bad luck. This place." I'm like, "Yeah, you're supposed to have bad luck. That's the way it's set up." He said, "I lost my whole check, my whole paycheck, $2,000. I lost all of it." I'm like, "Well, that's really terrible." And he's putting he's got a baseball cap on. He's a foreign guy, probably like Eastern European guy. He's got his cap on, puts his head down, and he's like covering his face with his hands. I'm like, "Huh, okay, that doesn't look good." And then he's like, "Yeah, if you got to bet high," and I'm like, "I know what I'm doing with the slot. You don't tell me what to do because I know what I'm doing. You have no clue what I'm doing, and you're going to be really surprised in a minute when I hit." And I did, and I got my money back, and I was ahead. But he goes, "Hey brother, give me $20." I'm like, "No." I said, "No, I can't do that." "Okay," it's okay, no problem. I have no more money left. I'm like, "Okay, well, don't you think you should go home then? You have no money left. You lost your entire paycheck. I feel terrible for you. But don't you think at that point you have to say, okay, this is my limit. There's nothing left to play with. Maybe I should go home." So I walk over to a friend of mine who's playing a machine nearby. And I said, "Yeah, this is what happened with this guy." And he's like, "Yeah, that guy, he's got problems." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Yeah, I remember one day when he was here. You remember when these machines were over there and those machines were over here?" I'm like, "No, I've only been coming here for like 6 years." He's like, "Yeah, he lost like life-changing money." And he said he was playing the really high-limit stuff. And he said that his wife and daughter came in crying, begging him to stop, and he wouldn't stop playing. And ever since then, now he plays smaller, but he still loses a lot of money. And it's like, man, that's really awful. I said, "Well, he tried to ask me for $20. He's like, "Well, I think that's just a scam, but he really does have a big problem." So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. That's why anytime I ever had an opportunity to vote on whether or not casinos should be in my state, I always voted no. And eventually they got there, just like they did in pretty much every state, unfortunately. But this is what it does. Even if you were going to play the lottery, are you really going to play $10,000 on the lottery? You're going to do 10,000 Powerball tickets? Are you going to do, $1,010 instant tickets? What are you possibly going to? The whole gas station is going to run out of tickets. You're not going to spend as much as you possibly can at a casino. And that online stuff makes it worse. And I've told the story on here before about the guy in the elevator that lost $16,000, and he was still sitting in bed. He hadn't even gotten up for the day, and he was down $16,000. And he was telling me about it like it was no big deal, like he does it all the time or something. Think about how much money these casinos are making. That's why I have no problem when I find a loophole to make a little bit of money. Why wouldn't I? They're the ones who set the rules. All I did is play by your rules, and I won. So, I don't feel sorry for you. Anyway, right now we're going to go grab some food. Going to head toward home, and we got some other stuff going on still today. We got the work day going here, but I do have a meeting tonight, so I want to get home, see the family for a little bit, then head out for this meeting and go from there. So right now, let's go get some food, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. Hopefully this microphone is working and it's nice and crisp, nice and quiet, so we will see. Now, I noticed that the first recordings I did on it were a little bit choppy, so if this one is like that too, I may just stop using it, but hopefully that was because it wasn't fully charged or something like that. But anyway, right now, we're just continuing our trip. We're working on a bunch of stuff at the same time. It's almost time to shut down for the day for work, so that's all good, and got a lot of stuff going on. When I get home, we can do some segments. What did you eat today, MW? Today primarily had vegetables, had some nice baked stuff, but really not a lot of protein, so tonight we'll be having a nice steak, hopefully, or a burger, something like that when I get home. But I'm a little bit delayed, so I'm going to have to go to my meeting before I eat tonight, so I'll be starving by the time I get home tonight.
And what did you tip today, MW? Well, I probably won 5 hands playing poker at $1 a hand. That would be, let me see, 5 hands at $1 a hand, carry the one. It looks like $5. And what did you learn today, MW? Well, I guess one thing I learned today is, well, actually, there's two things I'm learning right now. The first thing I learned today is that sometimes you go a long way and there's nothing there, and that's the only place that you have to go. So you don't make any money. And number two, something I just learned, it looks like this microphone takes over the network connection somehow. Let me try this again here. Oh no, I'm just disconnected. Okay. Um, so yeah, today was a good day. Right now it's about 60 degrees outside. It's cloudy, no sun out at all. It's starting to get dark. We're heading home. Had a pretty decent week this week. Learning a lot of new tricks, a lot of good stuff, and I guess the one thing I need to figure out is how I'm going to tell you about it, what I'm allowed to tell you, and what I shouldn't tell you. So I'll be working on some of those ideas as well. But other than that, I'm thankful to be able to have the opportunities that I do. I'm going to continue to work hard and make as much money as I can, help my family, take care of things and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully things continue to be good for a long time. This weekend it's going to be family time. It's going to be finally submitting taxes. They're done, but I want one person to take a look at them before I submit them, and then a couple of my kids now start getting jobs. So now I got to do taxes for them, which are easy, but um, they have some investments that I did for them in their name, but I'm the holder of the account, but it's in their name. So they got dividends and stuff, so I'll have to do that stuff for them as well. But looking forward to getting home and seeing the family and resting, and catch up with you guys on Sunday. I'm still about 2.5 hours from home right now. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com. mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.